There are 7 levels of making money on YouTube, but the problem is that most business owners are stuck and they have no idea what the problems are that are holding them back. While the top 1% of business owners reach level 7 where they're making millions of dollars. Just like one of my clients, we helped take from 0 to 60,000 subscribers on his main channel.
Just hit 50,000 subscribers. We make over $70,000 a month from our YouTube channel. And Andrew has been a huge part of that.
And after implementing a strategic content system with the sole purpose to generate leads on autopilot, he has generated over $70,000 in organic revenue from YouTube, as you can see from the screenshot of the P&L. And on top of that, hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of 2 years. But what if I told you that there are exactly 7 levels that separate $0 a month channels from $1 million a month YouTube empires? Which is why by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which level you're at, what you need to actually do to reach the next level, and the exact strategies that top level business owners use to print cash. But first, I need to warn you about the biggest mistake 99% of business creators make that keeps them stuck at level 1 forever. And that's just not knowing the YouTube basics, which is level 1. You need to understand the basics of what separates channels that make money and drive organic revenue from those that don't. You see, a lot of business owners, they don't even know the basics of YouTube. They are practically making content that they think is good just as a hobby, hoping that someone will care about their lifestyle. But you see, these are what I call YouTube solopreneurs because they're making content for themselves, treating it like a hobby instead of a business. You need to treat YouTube like a business to start making money from it. The only way you're actually going to start making money from YouTube is when you start treating it like a business, which is why the first things that you need to do are master these skills. You need to master thumbnails. You need to master how to write titles. You have to master ideas and ideation, you have to master video structures, and you have to know who your target audience is and the viewer psychology behind those people. Which brings us to titles and thumbnails. What you need to implement is the Alex Hormozi value equation. This is the framework that you need to implement in all of the videos that you make to make sure that the packaging is appealing for your target audience. What this is the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement over time delay times the effort and sacrifice. And all of this equals value. Now you're probably thinking, how do I actually implement this into the packaging of my videos? So here's an example of how the Alex Hormozi value equation was applied to a video that I helped package for one of my clients. So this video is titled How to Get 1,000 Subscribers Fast. The dream outcome in this video is getting 1,000 subscribers. Every single person who wants to watch this video watched it because they want to get 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal that they're trying to get. And we added in time delay, which was fast at the end. So how to get 1,000 subscribers fast, that's adding time delay, meaning how quick we could achieve this action. Now, the rule of thumb is you want to try to hit on at least 2 to 3 of these per video package. So whether that's dream outcome or time delay, like the previous example I just showed, or dream outcome and effort and sacrifice. Like an example of a dream outcome and an effort and sacrifice title would be the easiest way to get jacked in 2025. That would be a title that hits on a dream outcome, which is getting jacked, and effort and sacrifice by it being easy. But just packaging alone could only get you so far. You need to have good video ideas. A lot of business owners overcomplicate this. You simply want to make videos fixing your target audience's problems. So how you can do this right now is just make a list of 8 to 10 steps of your business that your audience needs to learn to get a desired end result in that business. So for example, in high ticket dropshipping, you need to learn how to do market research and how to find an actual winning product. You need to learn how to run the right ads on TikTok. You need to know how to find the right suppliers, and the list goes on. So each of these steps and subfolders of your business could be 8 to 25-minute long videos solving your viewers' problems. These videos that you're making and these ideas should be what your viewers are currently searching to help get their problems solved on YouTube. But to know what actual videos to post with your ideas, you gotta learn all about your target audience. The most important part of understanding the basics of YouTube is knowing who you're actually making content for. If you don't know who you're making content for, your videos will suck 100% of the time. Products only sell when there's someone willing to buy it. It's supply and demand. You have to know who you're making content for. And how you do this is simply just go on a Google Doc and make a viewer avatar. You want to list out your target viewers' age, how much money they make, their income, pain points that they have, the problems that they face on a day-to-day that they're willing to pay money to solve, and what their desires are and what are their dream outcomes. Once you have all of this listed out, now you know exactly who you're making content for. But even if you know the basics of YouTube, you will never be able to make any money or generate any leads unless you have a sales system implemented into your channel that takes viewers on a journey to buyers, which which is why you need to make a conversion asset on your channel. This is going to build a pathway that turns viewers into buyers. This is going to be one of the most important videos that you ever make on YouTube. But there's actually 3 different type of video styles you could do for this conversion asset. The first is a VSL, or a video sales letter, which is the most common, but it is very effective. Next, you have something that is a little bit more rare, and this works better for B2C guys rather than B2B guys, is a story video. This is going to be more of an emotional video to hit on viewers' current situation. And you're also going to show them how you got out of that situation and how they could replicate your success and do that too, which is going to be sending them to working with you and your offer. And third is a free course. This is rarely done because it takes so much effort to actually make this video, because it's hours and hours and hours of content and free value given away completely for free. But because of this actually sets you apart from everyone in your niche, and it builds instant credibility. So you're going to send every single viewer on your normal videos that you make back to this VSL or story or free course video via end screens on YouTube. So you'll be making your normal videos, and at the end of your video, you want to CTA to this conversion asset. And using YouTube's end screen feature, you could pop up the video that you're talking about on screen, where viewers could go and easily click and watch the video. And without this conversion asset, you will never be able to make money on your YouTube channel, which is why having this literally separates business owners who are making $0 per month from those who are making 10 to 15K per month from YouTube. But to actually scale past this, it is literally going to be impossible without a content squad. You're going to need to build a team behind you for more volume, higher quality, speed, better videos, etc. You want to take yourself out of the tasks that do not involve you. What you should be doing as a business owner is simply just recording the videos. You should mainly focus on what you do best as a business owner, instead of obviously trying to make thumbnails or come up with video ideas, that sort of thing. So just starting out, these are going to be the 2 highest ROI hires that are literally going to be the difference between you sticking out YouTube for the long run and quitting after a few months. And that is a thumbnail designer. The thumbnail designer is one of the best hires you can make because it's pretty cost effective. For really good thumbnails, you're paying like 30 to 50 bucks. If you want some really high-end thumbnails, that's one that would be like 50, 60, $70 and up per thumbnail. And the reason a thumbnail designer is so important, because thumbnails and packaging as a whole is the 80-20 of YouTube. 20% of the craft that makes up for 80% of the results, which is why if you could hire an expert to do this for you, you're going to find success way faster than you doing it on your own. And the next best hire is a video editor, because editing videos are super time consuming. How the edits of the actual video look are going to be less important than the thumbnail and the packaging, but editing a video is so time consuming that this is just going to save you more time, and it's going to buy your time back. And literally with just these 2 hires, you could literally post 3 times the amount of videos as if you're doing it yourself. You want to be aiming for 1 upload per week. That's the minimum. But with these hires, you could literally save so much time. You could easily bump the number of uploads up to 2 to 3 uploads a week easily. And now that you have the basics down and you have a team behind you that is going to help you produce content at higher quality, saving you more time, we could go into more complicated and specific strategies that need to be implemented into your channel to scale past $25,000 a month, which is why you need to optimize your back end funnel on YouTube. This funnel is literally going to be how your viewers go from seeing your very first video on their homepage or by finding you in the search bar to watching your videos, getting nurtured by your content, and eventually booking a call because you seem like you are someone who could help them solve their problems. This is where you implement the $1 million YouTube sales funnel. Now in this funnel, there are 3 different types of videos to make: top of funnel videos, middle of funnel videos, and bottom of funnel videos. Now how this funnel works is the further that a viewer goes down, the more warmed up they are to actually buy. So for example, top of funnel videos attract the coldest audience who are not warmed up at all to actually buy your services. Whereas bottom of funnel videos, people who watch these videos are very warmed up to you, the products or services that you sell, and the fact that you could actually help them. So an example of a top of funnel video is Alex Hormozi's video. If I wanted to become a millionaire in 2024, this is what I would do. This is the top of funnel video because this is targeting anyone who wants to be a millionaire in 2024. There are so many people that are not millionaires who want to make money online, and this is literally targeting anyone who has less than $1 million, which is why it's at the top of the funnel, because these people are going to be cold. They're not warmed up to your actual offer and how you can make them more money. Then we go to middle of funnel, and an example of this is the sneaky formula to hook viewers on YouTube. This video isn't how to get 1,000 subscribers. This video is on a very specific subfolder of YouTube, which is how to write good hooks, which is why this video is going to attract less people and it's probably going to get less views as opposed to a top of funnel video that is targeting a wide range of people. And then we have bottom of funnel videos. Now these videos are mainly going to be case studies, testimonials, testimonials, masterminds, videos that are trust building assets. So an example of this is the video below showing how he scaled one of his clients from 7.4k subs to over 55,000 subscribers. Only people who are interested in the client that you have on here, for example, or the results that you've gotten other people are going to click on this video, which is why it's a bottom of funnel video. Only people who are warmed up to the value you provide will watch it. And if you want everything that I'm talking about right now implemented into your YouTube channel, completely done for you, I've created a done for you YouTube system that handles everything from titles, thumbnails, ideation, scripts, video editing, and even posting the videos. So click the first link in the description where you could book a completely free 30-minute strategy call with me, where I could see how I could help you out, turn your YouTube channel into a lead gen machine. And if not, no worries, let's get right back to the video. But you see, in these videos, you need to have the right approach when you're speaking to your target audience, which is why you can make all these different types of content but never close consistent leads. It's because your messaging is completely off, which is why level 5, you need to understand the messaging formula. This is how you're actually going to make content that makes your viewers feel like it was specifically made for them. Now, what you need to understand is that messaging is different for what type of channel you have and what type of viewer that you're targeting. So for example, B2C and B2B have a little bit different messaging in them. So if your videos are B2C, your viewers need more personal connection with you. You want to sell the dream and the lifestyle because these people care more about emotions and they want to have a more personal connection with the creator that they're watching, which is why these viewers buy more emotionally, as opposed to B2B, which care more about the ROI of things and how it will actually make them more money. They don't really care as much about entertainment. They just want to know that the content they're watching will provide them value and they'll have a huge ROI on their business. Which is why you want to make these videos more concise and value focused instead of more personal and flashy like showing your lifestyle or vlogs or something like that. And for B2B, you want to have business oriented language. So for example, in B2B, you want to have things like ROI, right? Profit, organic revenue. These are words that people in the B2B space know and respond well to, as opposed to people who in B2C are usually more laid back and respond better to things like cash, money, things like that. And once your messaging is dialed in, you need to actually also install realities into your viewer's mind. So throughout your videos, you want to have statements in it that actually show your viewers the reality of what they're trying to do. So for example, the reality with YouTube is for most business owners, they're going to need help because they can't do it on their own because it's too difficult and it takes too much time, right? Which is why someone like me could speed that up because I have more experience in the YouTube space and I have more knowledge in that field. And another thing that you want to do is show things that your viewer avatar is familiar with in your videos. This could be something as little as showing a specific payment processor in the thumbnail of your video. People who use that payment processors are instantly going to feel more attached to that video because that's something they see on the day-to-day. That's something that they are familiar with. Like for example, in this video, I literally showed Stripe screenshots and P&L screenshots of results I did for my client. A ton of business owners obviously use Stripe, right? And I'm showing proof of my concept by things that they're familiar with. If I just put text on screen of the number of money that my client made from YouTube, no one would trust it because it's just numbers on a screen. Whereas a Stripe screenshot or a screenshot proof is actual proof of your claims and it's going to build a ton more trust and a ton more credibility. Now, up to this point, everything I mentioned is the basic but necessary strategies you need in your content system to get you leads on autopilot. But where things get crazy is this next level. This is what the biggest names in the space started doing that is generating them hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue every single month. And that is having a multiple channel empire. This is how some of the biggest channels split their audience to maximize leads and maximize reach in their niche. So an example of someone who does this is actually Breast Scales. He has a business channel and he also has a vlog channel. Iman Ghazi has split channels as well. The reason for this is because they're literally just widening their reach. If someone is making strictly business content, they're only going to be attracting people who fit into those video categories that are actually wanting to learn how to solve XYZ problems in their business. Who they're not attracting are people who have no clue what business they want to start, are interested in the online money space, but do not know what to do, and who want to live a similar lifestyle to them. So for a business channel, you want to have pure education and value content. So things like tutorials, screen recording, talking head videos, super value packed videos. Like the video I'm making right now that you're you're watching is a pure education, value, content style video. And this channel is going to have the YouTube sales system implemented into this channel. So it's going to have the YouTube funnel implemented, and it's going to have the VSL conversion asset story video that also implemented into it. And then the second channel is actually a vlog channel. And this is going to be mainly like lifestyle content with the pure purpose of making an emotional connection with your audience. The whole point of these videos is to get the person watching to actually like you. It's the whole point of making more raw day in the life videos, because people get to connect more with you as a person instead of you as a business owner. And this channel is going to have much wider reach and a way bigger total addressable market, or TAM. And coming back to breast scales, right? You've seen his content clipped up on Reels on TikTok. You've seen videos that he made that is car content. The whole point of this is to attract way bigger people, right? So this is going to have a much wider reach. So why does this actually work, and how does it work? It's because of audience segmentation. Business channels attract serious prospects, and vlog channels build deeper trust and actually build an emotional connection with someone who's watching. You are widening your TAM from people who are trying to learn how to find the right product to dropship, for example, to someone who wants to make money online and live a flashy lifestyle. Doing this means you're getting more viewers, which you could funnel down to more qualified viewers, which you could funnel down to more money because you're getting more calls booked and more purchases on your product. And on the vlog channel, for example, this is linked because usually there are CTAs in the video to go check out this business channel that has more strict, in-depth business content. But here's the thing. Now, dual channels will build you a YouTube empire. But what if I told you there's someone who took this exact foundation and used it to generate more money in 24 hours than most business owners on YouTube make in their entire career? Now, level 7, the $1 million content launch. This is a huge product or service launch with a video sequence uploaded onto your channel. One of the best recent examples of this is Alex Hormozi's book launch. How this worked is that he already had a pre-launch foundation. So he had years of content on the internet, he had a proven track record, and he established a ton of authority in his niche. He's probably one of the biggest names in the make money online space. And what he did was implement an upsell and downsell strategy, which has massive perceived value and data collection for upsells from the viewers that he's accumulating with the videos he's launching on his YouTube channel. And the marketing orchestration is he's using ads, organic content, podcasts, and affiliates to actually get traffic to this actual launch. So how did his book launch work? So he had multiple revenue streams and offers that worked together simultaneously, like books, coaching, info and courses, and workshops. He has like over 500 employees, so like a full-time marketing team, a full-time sales team, a full-time content team. And there were two main offers. There was a $6,000 offer or a $20.99 book that led to bonus materials that had upwards of $500 in value, then to access to a private community. So there was a whole upsell and cross-sell and downsell strategy implemented into this book launch. So he used this YouTube live stream to actually sell his product, and he created a bunch of urgency. So this YouTube live stream was what all the viewers got sent to actually buy the book or buy the full $6,000 offer. And as you can see, it actually held the world record for 3.3 million copies sold, and it generated almost $100 million in the first 72 hours of his launch. And this is how creators at level 7 operate. They have huge launches like this, and they have huge sequence that funnel people down to a product or service that generates them millions and millions of dollars. And now that you know the 7 levels of making money on YouTube, you need to learn how to actually implement all of this specifically for your channel without spending months going through trial and error, which is where I come in, because I've helped one of my clients turn YouTube into a lead gen machine that generates him leads on autopilot. So watch this next video on screen where you can find out how to implement this all for your channel specifically to turn your YouTube channel into a lead gen machine, booking you calls on autopilot.